This former Canadian Olympic snowboarder, now an accused drug kingpin, recently became the latest addition to an iconic list, the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives. Today is the 75th anniversary of this mother of all top 10 lists.
We're showing a series of the 10 most wanted men in the country, wanted by the FBI, born in Philadelphia, height 5 feet 5 inches.
The FBI's historian tells us the list stemmed from a conversation between the Bureau's original director, J. Edgar Hoover, and a reporter.
And he said, look, I'd really like to do a story on those people that you're hunting. Can you give me, some information about some of the most serious criminals that you're looking for? And we gave him a list of 10 and published it. It was popular, and a year later, we made it a program.
The Most Wanted list has featured all manner of bad actors, from al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden to serial killer Ted Bundy to Eric Rudolph, the Olympic Park bomber. The first entrant, Thomas James Holden, shot his wife and her 2 brothers. Willie Sutton, who said he robbed banks because that's where the money is, was the 10th person on the list. The first woman was Ruth Eisman Scheer, who kidnapped a millionaire's daughter.
We've had bank robbers, we've had violent criminals, we've had mafiosi, we've had terrorists, we've had child pornographers. And as times change, as our priorities change, as the criminal threats and the security threats that we face change, so too is the list.
FBI officials say the list has been an effective way to focus public attention on wanted bad guys, from the days when it hung in post offices to the internet era.
How effective is the publicity surrounding placement on the list? How effective has that been in helping catch some of these people?
Well, we look at it this way. We've put 535 people on the list to date. We have caught 93% of them. And of those, almost 200 of them have been caught from citizen tips.
Sometimes in the most random ways.
Oh, gosh, we've had at least 2 of our top tenors found because of tips from the FBI tour. Someone was visiting to see how the FBI works, saw the list and said, wait a minute, that's someone I think I know.
As for former Olympian Ryan Wedding, the FBI says they believe he's living in Mexico and should be considered armed and dangerous. He's been charged with ordering murders as part of a cocaine smuggling operation. The State Department is offering a $10 million reward for his capture, which FBI officials say is now more likely thanks to his inclusion on the 10 Most Wanted list.
And Ken Dilanian is joining us now. It's fascinating, actually, to see kind of how that list came to be. I know that there's been some changes over the years since it initially started. What are some of the kind of most recent changes to this list?
Sure, Yasmin. Well, look, I'm old enough to remember when this list hung in every American post office.
Yeah.
Apparently, they don't do that anymore. With the internet, they don't have to. So that's been the biggest change is modern communications. They can flood the zone with this list and publicize it everywhere. Another big change is the list is much more international than it was in the days of Willie Sutton. Right now on the list is a Bulgarian crypto scammer, a Haitian gang leader, and a Colombian drug lord, along with sort of run-of-the-mill American alleged murderers. So it's much more international in scope, and obviously we've had Osama bin Laden and other terrorists. That kind of thing didn't exist 50, 75 years ago. So there have been changes, but it's an institution that persists. It's an iconic, really part of the FBI brand, Yasmin.
Yeah, Ken Dilanian for us. Thank you. Really great piece. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.